Let's chat.
Now more than ever, our local healthcare heroes are in need of your help. Here to give us some information on how we can help the CHI Memorial doctors and nurses and healthcare workers are Shayela and Jennifer. Good morning, ladies.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
All right, so tell me a little bit more about Friends of CHI Memorial, about this organization, and how we can get involved.
Sure. So, Friends of CHI Memorial are our donors who are giving at least $100 throughout the year. So each year they pick a different project, and this year it is our Healthcare Heroes Care Fund. And Shyla can tell us a little bit more about um, what the funds from the Care Fund are going to do this year.
Yeah, tell me a little
Right.
bit more, Shayela, about the Healthcare Heroes Care Fund, please.
Right. So what we're hoping to do is just try to meet some needs for our healthcare staff who, as is no surprise to anyone, are working really hard right now to keep our community healthy. And we just want to make sure that they stay strong and resilient themselves. And so this fund is going to help us be able to provide some of the resources that our staff need um, when they're on the job to maybe step out and take a break and have a safe private place to go to be able to do that in the form of a recharge room. And then also, Jenny, you might want to talk about some of the other resources that are going to be available.
Sure. So through this fund, making sure that our staff has all of the equipment that they need to make sure they're staying safe, to make sure that we're doing things like the recharge room and things to really boost them, to let them know that the community is behind them, caring about them. That's meals, that's all kinds of things just to boost their spirits. And then it's also helping financially employees who are really struggling right now. They have a spouse who has lost their job or have other circumstances, as many in the community are really struggling financially. So giving individual grants to employees to make sure that they can provide for their families.
Right. Of course, I mean, not only more than ever with the time of year that it is, it's so important to help out our neighbors, but especially with 2020, it's so important to help those appropriately named healthcare heroes. I know you mentioned a few of the things that the funds are going to be going to with the recharge room and helping out financially with their families. But tell us the importance. I want to get to the heart of it. You know, why is this fund so important? Why is it so important to be a friend of CHI Memorial?
I'm so glad you asked. I think, it's hard for people who are not in the hospital to really get a feeling for what it's like for our staff on a day-to-day basis. And I think particularly in 2020 with the extra demands of trying to figure out the best way to help people recover from COVID-19, and then also all of the normal healthcare needs that people have in the hospital. And that's a lot to ask of actual human beings. We call them healthcare heroes because they're doing heroic things on a daily basis, but they're actual humans just like you and me, who come in and are feeling that strain and that fatigue from living in 2020 with all of the extra pressures that we have.
Right. Of course, now the most important question is how can we give? How can we contribute to this fund?
So you can go to Memorial's website, memorial.org/friends. You can also go to our Facebook page, and we'll be having some videos that are coming up over the next couple of weeks with some of our physicians and nurses telling their stories about what it means for the community to support them. And that's really so much of what it's all about is for our staff, those who are on the front lines, to feel that love and support from the community. We've had people do all kinds of incredibly generous things. Last week we had a neighborhood association who, instead of having their normal Christmas party, they gave that money to the hospital so that we could provide meals to some of our COVID floor staff and our emergency department staff. And it just meant so much to them to know that people care.
Yeah. Absolutely. Of course, like we said, now more than ever with the season of giving that we are in, now more than ever with 2020, it's time that we say thank you to those frontline healthcare workers who are keeping us safe day in and day out. It's easy to give. You can visit online, like you said, memorial.org/friends. Shyla and Jennifer, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.